Hello and welcome back to FirstCraft. I am Pro Kitman, and we are headed down our little stairway, headed over to our tree farm, which you can see has been quite productive if I can stay on the path here. I've made a lot of progress. I'm up to level 28, almost level 29. Not quite there just yet, but hoping that my furnaces have stopped smelting up some of the birch logs that I put in there most recently. Let's check them out. Yes, awesome. So this is the process of how I have been accumulating my experience, hoping for level 30, and I don't think it's going to work this round. And of course it's raining, just so sad. I even have a couple of backup ones over here. Nope, not gonna be enough. Not enough. Okay, well, let's see here. I've got some extra over here, so I'm gonna just feed into the backups there. So I've been doing a ton of work, just hacking away, a lot of grinding. I was sick the weekend after I released my last episode, so this is basically all I've been doing in the time where I was sick, just grinding away, watching some Dexed Out runs from Hermitcraft and other various streams. And I'm just working on getting up to level 30 so I can get Enchanted Axe once again. It's a sad time, though, because I've gone through so many diamonds just on these axes to grind away at these trees. I really need to find a more efficient way to get up to level 30 enchantments, because this is not it for me. So hopefully I can find some sort of way to grind out a little more experience here. But thank you so much for clicking on episode 3 of FirstCraft. I'm excited to get this one out here, of course, and keep things going. I've got a couple of projects in mind that I want to get started. One of the things that I really need to invest some time in is a more efficient way to get my food. Of course, my preferred food is steak, and all I have right now is this humongous pin of, oh my goodness, this rain is awful. Just this humongous pin of cows, and they're kind of at capacity right now. Anytime I start breeding them up, they all begin to, they begin to entity cram and just start dropping all their stuff inside. So I've also got a very small plot here. I think it's only 48 wheat that I can harvest from this little plot. So I need to make a little more industrial wheat farm and my first cow crusher. That's two of the projects I'm going to be working on this episode. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of these dudes down here. I only have one pig and a couple of sheep and a few chickens. But yeah, so let's jump into it. I'm going to go ahead and this is not what I meant when I said let's jump into it. Let's jump into me getting to level 30. All right, here we go. All of the furnace array has finished filling up. So we'll go ahead and refill it. Not quite there yet. One more. This will do it. Hey! Now, of course, that brings me up to level 30. I'm going to go ahead and fill up the rest of these furnaces just to keep them smelting up. And my goodness, it has been quite a long time just trying to get all of this experience from smelting. Just look at the durability on my axe here. Like, it's down to 137 blocks, and I have crafted so many of these. Let's look at my statistics real quick. So for birch logs, I have mined over 17,000 blocks of birch. And let's see here, times used. Looking at birch saplings, this gives me an accurate amount of like how many actual trees I've planted. So if I subtract this from here, give me a second, subtracting these out because those are the ones I've accidentally broken, but I have placed 3,308 birch saplings and mined about that many as well. Of course, some are presently growing, so that 3,300 minus however many are here. But we're finally at level 30 enchantments, and it's time to craft yet a new axe because I'm not going to enchant this one when it's about to die. And let's see what we can get from our enchanter. All right, we'll hop here to our enchanter setup, which I've got a few more just to spare. New diamond axe. All right, let's see here. Pop this one in. Ooh, silk touch. That sounds good. Let's get a little bit of lapis lazuli. And we're just going for it, full send. Well, now I have a silk touch axe, I guess. Woo. I really don't want to have to go chop down more trees. Why am I doing this challenge this season? Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna pop this dude back in here for now. I've got a Silk Touch pickaxe that only has Silk Touch on it. A Silk Touch Diamond X that also only has. I'm good luck with the enchanter, I guess. All right. Well, let me get a couple more diamonds. Let me just see what else I can get. Cause, oh goodness gracious, that's just awful luck. The thing is, I've got to replace all of my tools. Efficiency 4, that's worth it. All right, so I'm going to be doing that next. I also need to make another axe, though, so let's just see what this one would have. Also efficiency 4. I've got... I think I'm going to go with the efficiency 4 on the axe and figure out a way to combine that over here on the anvil with the silk touch. Unless it has fortune, which would be very unfortunate. And then I'll go for the diamond pickaxe after I get my more efficient axe. So that's my plan, and I'm going to stick to it. Okay, I might have lied. I decided to go mining rather than do all the trees. All right, so I feel like I'm going to get a faster accumulation of experience if I were to just go ahead, get a good pickaxe. I'll get some more of this lapis here. Get a good pickaxe. Really? What? Just one? Seriously? Just one? Just one. Fine. Okay. This will at least get me mining faster, and I'll combine it with the next thing. I'm already at 28 levels, so whatever. I think this is what I'm going to do. I've sat of 2 shriekers. Or was it 3? I think it was just 2. It was just 2. And honestly, I think it's worth the minor risk of a warden. And just being smart, hugging the walls, because most of the shriekers are like in the deep dark or ancient city area versus on the walls where I'm mainly focusing my mining. So I should be fine. I know, that's famous last words. Please ignore that. But hey, I've got level 30, so there we go. Let's go up and get a little bit of an enchantment going. I will say, of the several times I've come up out of my mines, having this all here, all the stairs, is wonderful that I don't have to jump everything this whole time. It gets me up much quicker. Let's go ahead and keep on leaving all of my lapis as well. So 3rd time this video you're seeing me craft up some pieces of lapis, but let's put the diamond pickaxe in here. Unbreaking 3, please give me more than just the 1. Please, 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 please. Hey! Now that I can do with. All right, efficiency 4, fortune 3, unbreaking 3. That is a good pickaxe. I am very pleased with that. Now, what does this give me? Fortune 2 on the axe. You know what? I'm going to just re-roll on that one real quick because I would much rather have like an unbreaking or efficiency guaranteed. Efficiency 4. Yeah, let's go get some more levels so that we can get this dude. Where was that one? In there? Looks like that might be where it is. Is it exposed somehow? I don't know. That was Shrieker number 3, I think. So I'm going to back up. We go around this way. And honestly, I missed this bit here, so that's probably all I need. Because I do not want to summon a warden today. There we go. Oh. Okay, well, cool. I'm guessing that this is put down from Ship and Dan when they were setting up a minigame in the Deep Dark here, which is just insane to me. But I know they went around and tried to shrieker-proof many of these things. So that's level 30 for me. So let's go back up and let's get that efficiency 4 on my axe here. All right, so we're back. Efficiency 4. Got the lapis 3. Please give me more than just one thing. Why don't you listen to me? Why? For what reason? I can end you. I can toss you into lava. Just because you're partly made of obsidian doesn't mean you won't burn. I've got some tools that are enchanted now, so that's better at least. I'm gonna move on to a different project now, I think. Yeah.
What's going on?
Hello.
No! What did I ever do to you?
You punched me.
All right, I want to point out some uncomfortable truths right here. You may have a crown on your head, but I have a netherite helmet on my head that was definitely not blown up.
Oh, definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have all the armor
fight?
because you're the you're the knight to my princehood.
That's
so
not how
you're
it
sworn
works.
to
You want to
protect me.
fight? I'm sworn to nothing.
I have 27
I'm sworn to
levels and I
keep,
worked very hard for them, so please no.
I have 23. I would have maybe 25 if I took your XP.
Look, the tree farm experience thing, yeah, it took a lot more than I thought it would, so I'm having to pivot a bit.
Having to pivot a bit, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm starting on my cow crusher over here. This is going to be the footprint of it, and I'll have it all come up.
But I need this to be done already because I have 11 cooked salmon, and I might have a little bit more cooked food at home.
I have 11 steak.
That's better than 11 cooked salmon.
Here.
I could very easily take
2.
that from, but it's more fun to take it. All right, thank you.
I have replaced a few of my tools that I have lost.
I saw your video.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking for this area is like make all this land farmland and like turn it into like wheat fields.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool though. Some expansive farmland.
I'm keeping this tree because it was such a nice lollipop tree. All very symmetrical. So it gets to stay. Put that axe away, sir. Put that axe away. Please follow the path. I worked very hard on it. It's not worth doing infrastructure if you don't follow the path, which I haven't been.
Right. Let me follow the path.
You're like upside down. But anyway, I've got all these beehives here that I made, but all the bees left or died or something. I don't know how or why, but I now have 0 bees when I had dozens.
0 bees is quite a few less than dozens.
Yes, and I don't know what happened, and I'm really annoyed because I kept breeding them up and they kept just buzzing off, so to speak.
Yeah, their pathfinding is very dumb. It was quote-unquote fixed in an update. It was not fixed.
I would see some like go up the hill, and I brought one from like way on the other side of the hill near Spawn Town back to my home. I put it inside my bedroom, and then promptly never slept there again because I'm not sleeping with bees. But like I put it in my bedroom for like safekeeping, and then I came back and it's gone too. What's happening to the bees?
it's probably that they were just dying of suffocation damage, if I had to guess. They're very stupid.
Okay. It's like I did think that maybe they were flying into the fire, and I put this up so that they wouldn't fly directly into it.
Yeah, they do have a habit of doing that. I've had that trouble as well. You'd need it on all four sides, unfortunately. But yeah, that does help because yeah, I've had quite a few bees since they were introduced die in their own campfire.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much if you don't have them in a safe enclosure, they're gonna wander off and you'll never see them again. That's pretty much a given with bees, unfortunately.
I see. So, I guess I'll have to do another round of these.
Yeah, if you want to keep them safe for that, you're gonna have to let them go into the nest or the hive and then break it and then put it in your inventories.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
really the only place they're properly safe. But they're also useless there, so
Yeah. I was collecting a fair amount of, like I've got almost 4 stacks of honeycomb, a little bit of honey itself. Hey, I see your stream.
Hey, stream sniping, that's not okay. Alright, you owe me however many steaks it takes to heal that.
Wait.
Thanks. Oh.
I'll give you one of the old ones.
Oh, okay. Properly aged? Alright, cool.
Yeah. It's steak tartare.
There we go. Do you have any sushi tartar?
No. There's frighteningly few fish in the forest.
That was some good alliteration. Was that on purpose? As soon as you noticed you were alliterating,
No.
you added forest.
Yes.
Frighteningly few fish in the forest. I could add alliteration to that, but I'm a family-friendly-ish stream, so
Family friendly, huh?
ish.
Further alliteration. I've got like this little round hill here south of this river biome. I think I'm going
Kind
to...
of a knob.
Yeah, a little knob.
Yeah,
I don't know who built to the southeast of here. There was a little base that popped up during my interim. Right there around
is that
lake.
by that little lake?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm gonna go find some amethyst because I've got some tinted glass to make.
Find me a propagule.
Let's see. Pretty sure we don't have any of them. I think what you need, sir, is to go to the end and get yourself some proper mode of transportation.
I will pay you in steak.
How much steak?
All I have on me.
All right. I'll be back with steak or propagule.
Thank you. Always nice when Dan runs errands for me. But yeah, so this is what I'm working on right now. I've got the basic footprint, just the very, very basic footprint for my cow crusher. That's right. So of course, we were talking about it with Dan. I'm working on getting a good cow crusher set up, and I think we're going to do it as a 5-unit cow crusher. Now, all of this farmland around here, I'm going to set up as just big old wheat fields. And I've cleared out, of course, all of the trees. So you can see the time lapse here. It didn't take terribly long, but I wasn't entirely sure how much of the land that I wanted to clear out as farmland. But I think that having it, you see, I kind of wander about here and there, just trying to find bits and pieces of trees that I can take down. And I try to keep a couple of the larger trees that I think would look nice, just for the aesthetic purposes of having a little bit more. Now, as we wait for Dan to return with that propagule, of course, I'll use that to build the barn. I want to get all of the drops for the cows to go right into this barrel. So let's pop into a redstone testing world to figure out how that can work. So this is my very humble redstone testing world. I've got a couple of things in here you might recognize from past seasons. A lot of storage silos. The previous iteration of my Mega Cow Crusher from FirstCraft Season 1. But I've got a couple other things over here I've been working on. I put up some spoiler walls there, so no peeking. But I do want to go ahead and get started on showing you this little thing that I'm doing. All right, so a quick little platform here. Now, if you remember, I've got 2 in the back here, and then 1, 2, 3 in the front. And then I want the return barrel to be just right in front of that there. So what I need to do is have a little dropper line go up, place them upwards. Yes, cool. All right, so all of that should go straight up into this barrel here from all of the drops from all 5 of these cow crusher units. Now, the goal is to get these into an auto silent dropper elevator, and I need to go ahead and place in the hoppers, and that should all flow into the same hopper into this dropper. Now, the first thing I need here, I need a little bit of sandstone. There's a quick little dummy block. I need to take a comparator signal out of this block and put that into another block where I have a redstone torch. Then I've got a quick little hopper timer thing here where I'll just have one single block in there that'll go back and forth. Now, when this dropper detects that there's something in here, it'll turn off that redstone torch, and it will allow these to go back and forth between each of these hoppers here. Hoppers, droppers. There's too many hoppers in this thing. And then once it's empty, it should turn back on, and it will lock it back in place. So I need to do the same thing over here, where I take a comparator signal out. That's there. Comparator signal out of this hopper into this block, and then this becomes the source of my redstone torch tower. And then that side there, right? That should be it. Let's try it out. We'll put these in here. All right, good. It's starting to go up. It doesn't really show up in there. Oh, and these are gathering here. Hang on. Yeah, I'm missing something somewhere. Place that there. And then this here so that it's powering that one. Oh goodness. Okay, yes, it's going in now. And I made a mess. Okay, so you see it dropping into that one and into the barrel as well. Okay, cool. Well, that's it. That's a pretty quick little build there. But the only thing is I'm going to have that torch showing up. Get the rest of those there. So I was thinking about just, masking it, putting a little carpet, moss carpet maybe around here. So let's just do like a half stack here, or quarter stack. And the one thing is you do see the redstone dust showing up here through that carpet, but 13, 14, 15, and 16. Cool. So that brings them all through. And that's pretty much it. So all the cows are going to be in these areas here, and I'll just have them be sitting on some water. And the good thing is, I don't think that I need to have them drop down at all. The hoppers should still be able to pick up any of the items that fall there, and it should be all right. So that just keeps them elevated, and I don't think I need to take it out at all. So let's hop back over to the FirstCraft server, and we'll see if Dan has returned with those mangrove propagules just yet.
There you go. Also,
Marvelous.
A quarter stack of the wood.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Well, here, let me at least give you an advance on your payment. I have 23. Unfortunately, you took too long, so they all rotted away.
I can eat that.
Excellent. So, question, do these have to be planted in water to grow, or do they just grow?
No, they'll grow anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But they grow quite chaotically, so if you don't want to have a struggle telling them apart from other things that you don't want to break, I'd put them somewhere isolated.
Yeah, I figure I'll probably do it just out in the open fields that aren't yet wheat fields.
Wheat fields.
Wheat fields.
Future cow fields.
Yes.
That's what I call wheat. Future cows. Thank you, Kit.
Thank you. Always good to have Dan join us on an episode of FirstCraft. And of course, I remembered to press record before he left, unlike last episode. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these propagules propagating and growing up into some mangrove trees. But first off, gotta sleep. Well, I have been busy planting a whole field of wheat here, and I've already got the foundation ready to go for the barn build. Of course, I've got a little bit of gravel there, and then some of the walls that I will see are already put into the stone brick and cobblestone floors, but the rest of it is all going to be covered up. And I've covered it up with a little bit of stone brick action, and you can see a couple of little spots there with some cracked stone bricks just for a little bit of fun variation. But let's go ahead and pop into the time lapse of building our cow crusher barn now. And there we are. That is our build. I am so happy with it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Come take a walk with me as we look around. Of course, we've got the porch here. Couldn't think of the word. We've got the very nice profile of the roof line. I spent a lot of time in creative trying to figure that out. And Dan did tell me to replace these blocks here in the middle with the stripped mangrove logs. If we come around to the side profile, though, and you can see up above here, we've got a couple stripes with the different types of blocks. It's a new texturing pattern that I decided to try rather than just putting them in randomly, and I really think it just elevates the build that much more. Going inside, of course, this is where we've got all of the locations where all of the cows will be crushed. Next episode, we'll bring them in. And I added this little maintenance hatch here so you can come down if things get stuck in the droppers or aren't going into the barrel, or for some reason the torch isn't going between the hoppers. We can come down here and we can do a little diagnosis if anything is going wrong. Then you can come upstairs. I've already got a bed up here for the squatters. And then we've got a bunch of hay bales already harvested and nearly a stack still in the chest here up here. So a lot of hay to be, or a lot of wheat, I should say, to be going to the many cows that will be in this farm. So I'm really excited with how this build turned out and this whole episode. I've really had the energy over the last couple of weeks, and I'm really excited to be getting out yet another episode, 2 within a month's time. That's got to be a record for me, or very near it. So if you did enjoy this, please hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button as well. Leave me a comment if you have any ideas of anything else to add to this area. I do have a thought with all these pumpkins here, maybe doing a small pumpkin farm at some point, but we'll see how that goes. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I've got a lot of wheat to harvest now. Have a good one, everyone.